2 out of 3 falls match, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing first, the challenger.
It's one of the biggest days in the PEW calendar and one of the biggest days in their careers for many of our PEW stars. We welcome you to Ettington. We welcome you to Legacy 2024. And first to the ring, the challenger for the phenomenal Elite Wrestling Women's title, Harley Hudson. Dave Bradshaw here alongside the self-proclaimed Professor Dan Layton. And what a way to start things out, Dan.
I know, it's self-proclaimed and soon to be accredited by established university premises. But yes, big, huge match. This is the way you kick off a show like Legacy.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing the champion.
For the majority of the time that PEW has existed, this woman has held that championship, now a 2-time women's champion. Ivy winning that title for the 2nd time back in April at Reckoning against Lizzie Evo. And Dan, as always, she's come in with her megaphone.
Well, she's got stuff to say. I mean, when you've been a champion as dominant as Ivy has, you command a certain amount of respect. You don't always get given that respect by the people here in the Community Centre, but the material, the work speaks for itself. The length of this title reign, the commitment to this company.
Always has plenty to say. She didn't have quite so much to say 3 weeks ago at Solar Slam when Ivy teamed with Oscar Prospero to lose in a tag team match to Adam Bolt and Harley Hudson. So Hudson may well have Ivy's number headed into this 2 out of 3 falls championship match.
Yeah, she's definitely earned this opportunity. One of the most formidable competitors Ivy has had the opportunity to defend her championship against. That being said, if there's anybody who can make it through a match as intense as a 2 out of 3 falls match with the championship in her hand against an opponent as formidable as Harley Hudson, I believe it's Ivy.
Unique dynamic, of course, when there is 2 out of 3 falls. If you can win that first fall, it gives you the decisive advantage potentially. So I'm sure both women thinking about that. Lots to think about. She is absolutely insufferable, isn't she?
You say insufferable, I say confident. I say knows herself. I say knows her worth. And well, the one word I absolutely would not use would be Karen. These people are far braver than I.
Take her a while to write all these complaints
out. Oh no, I mean this is not how you want to be starting a match. The emotional strain this is putting her under as well.
Embarrassing, I've seen 2-year-olds who are more mature than this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last 2 out of 3 falls match for the PEW Women's Championship. Introducing first to my left, she is the challenger. Fighting out of Liverpool, she is 9 stone of Scouse Power, the beauty of
Not the best weekend for Liverpool. Maybe Harley Hudson can get some of that energy back.
And ladies and gentlemen, to my right, she is the current reigning and defending P.E.W Women's Champion, fighting out of Sheffield, and she is definitely not a Karen, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivy!
Everybody here in Ettington would love nothing more than to shut Karen or Ivy up.
Get her name right, please.
But
Ivy.
as we've seen time and time again, that can be easier said than done.
She might be running out of formal complaints, but I would be more than happy to print her some new ones off if you're not careful.
Didn't know you worked in the office.
Man of many talents.
By the way, we are broadcasting live on YouTube this afternoon. Thank you for joining us wherever you are around the world. As this is the first of multiple championship matches this afternoon.
Ivy asserting dominance immediately in this 2 out of 3 falls match.
Now Hudson getting Ivy back into the corner. Strikes from Harley Hudson. 9 stone of Scouse girl power. And Ivy at the moment feeling that power. Into the corner though goes Hudson. Ivy trying to send her across the ring. Hudson keeping her guessing. Hudson ducks a clothesline. Another one. Crossbody from Harley Hudson. The pin and a 2 count. That could have been the first fall, but remember here, Dan, again, it's 2 out of 3 falls. So whoever is the first to get not 1 but 2 pinfalls or submissions over their opponent will walk out of here as the PEW Women's Champion.
Well, indeed, I was about to say it's smart of Hudson to go for the pin early on. It's important to get that initial advantage. The first person who gets the pinfall, just not only the numbers advantage in terms of 1 of the 3 falls, but the psychological upper hand.
Yeah, 100%. That psychology of your opponent having to win 2 straight falls against you if you've won the first one. And it could be a difference maker. Hudson looking to do what so many have failed to do over the course of Ivy's 2 championship reigns, is to dethrone her as women's champion. Harley Hudson has the tools to do it, no doubt about that. One of the best women's wrestlers in the world right now. Been working all around the world, including in TNA, of course.
Definitely an ambassador for British women wrestlers. An incredible talent, lots to offer, but Ivy knows her way around this particular ring better than anybody.
Ivy there sent face first into that turnbuckle. Here comes the left, the right, the good night. No, Ivy shoving Hudson away and then quickly bailing to the outside.
Taking a breather. This has been all Hudson so far. Ivy just needs to get that breather, get that moment to get herself back into gear.
Now Ivy taking her time here, just walking around, and that Karen chant again resonating around the Ettington Community Hall. Hudson, where's she going? Running around the outside, going to cut her off at the pass here. A shot from Hudson right to the face of Ivy.
I think Ivy was trying to tire her out there, try and confuse her, but nope, Harley Hudson says no.
Ivy looking a little worse for wear here. She's sat down in the front row.
These seats come at a premium, and it's for reasons like this.
Hudson's having some fun.
Fun's all well and good, but at the end of the day, I mean, the count is on. If she wants to get one of these falls, this needs to happen in the ring.
Yeah, she'd win it by count out if she rolled back in, but
I suppose.
no sign of her doing that. She's quite happy to brawl on the outside, and that's the danger, as you're saying, Dan, because Ivy rolling back in.
Do you think Harley Hudson's that kind of competitor? She's happy to take a quick, easy count out? I don't know.
I don't think she'd want to, but sometimes the flow of a match goes in unexpected ways, and the way it's going at the moment is Ivy grabbing the hair of Harley Hudson, going to roll her back into the ring. Ivy, I'm sure, we mentioned earlier, still reeling from the fact that Hudson defeated her in a tag team match just 3 weeks ago in this very building. Ooh, that was a harsh sounding landing there for Hudson.
Echoing across the Midlands.
able to kick away there. At the beginning of a very busy night here in PEW. Said it's a night that can change careers, or later on, it could be the end of a career for Jason Joshua, who's put his career on the line in hopes of winning the PEW World title from Riley Nova. That's our main event later.
It's a big fight kind of night. And this is certainly one of those.
Hudson could maybe...
I mean, you might be right here, Dave. Oh,
yeah, she's
breaking the count up.
Reset the count, smart from Hudson. She could set a tone here if Hudson can win that women's title. Once you set that kind of vibe in an event like this where championships are changing hands, it could be a very hard momentum to stop for any champions.
Absolutely, and it'll unsettle other champions backstage watching. That might be, you know, something that ricochets throughout the evening. But it doesn't look like...
Oh, God, that's a shot with the belt.
And this is not...
Well, that's going to be a disqualification.
Yeah. Now, this is interesting, Dave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ivy has been disqualified there for the first fall. Goes to Harley Hudson, 1-0.
Now, that is fascinating.
Now, that was deliberate.
Yes, absolutely it was.
It seemed to me like that was deliberate. And Ivy apparently understanding that she's going to lose the first fall, but you know, what I think she's doing here, Dan, maybe she's thinking she'll lose that first fall, but the damage she's done to Hudson in the process might give her a decisive advantage. She could score 2 quick falls here and win it 2-1.
I think you're exactly right, Dave. I think she noticed that Harley Hudson had the upper hand. She needed to do anything that she could possibly do to get back in this match, even if that was sacrificing a fall, putting herself at that 2-in-a-row disadvantage. But, I mean, look at the impact it's had on Hudson. She's barely able to get back to her feet at the moment.
The referee is not issuing a count out. Hudson is rolling back into the ring. Hudson barely able to stand. And as nefarious as the plan has been by Ivy here, it may be effective.
It seems like Ivy's trying to let the ref know Harley is not in a position to continue this match, so maybe the whole thing should get called off.
She's a real humanitarian, isn't she?
Yeah. Look out for your opponents. It's about respect.
Well, she's unable to continue. You wouldn't be trying to DDT her, but that's exactly what she's done. Ivy will hook the leg, and I think, yes, we are even at 1-1, which, of course, from Ivy's perspective, was the plan all along.
Exactly. And it's a plan coming off to great effect, because if she's I mean, look, exactly what she's about to do right now.
She could win it. Ivy could win it. Has it been an evil, successful plan? No, it hasn't, because that arm came up from Harley Hudson. The match continues. A spanner in the works of the plan here. Gut wrench suplex, though, from Ivy.
Flying across the ring.
Hudson down in the corner. She may have kicked out of that second pin attempt, kept herself in the match, but Ivy firmly in control here.
Absolute dominance at this moment. It was all Hudson. Almost like she was an animal playing with their food. And, oh, wait, no, Ivy's got something to say. Everybody be quiet.
That microphone out of her hands. Not just to beat Hudson here, but to embarrass her, humiliate her in front of the PEW fans. Ooh, what a kick to the spine there from Ivy. And listen to the fans. Ivy got what she deserved there. Slap around the face. Ivy getting rid of the microphone. Ivy now. Champion seems to have snapped.
The games are over. Ivy not standing for that level of disrespect.
Hudson just dumped down face first. And an elbow from Ivy. Ivy looking to retain here. This could be the decisive fall. Hudson kicks out, but of course we are essentially now down to a regular 1-fall match because it's 1 fall apiece.
Absolutely, and with every kick out, a little bit more energy is expended by the challenger, who needs to find a way back into this.
Ivy trying to charge to the corner. Hudson's got her by the hair. I would criticise the rule breaking, but it's hard to criticise anyone for breaking rules against Ivy. Turnaround's fair play. Hudson diving back in, the flip, the shoulders down, and it's a 2 count.
It's just the kind of integrity I've come to expect from you, Dave Bradshaw. And just like that, the champion taking back advantage here, going for the cover. This is going to be it.
Let's not kick out on 2. I heard that cheap shot, by the way, but we'll move on. Ivy
Said it loud.
shaking her head here in disgust at the fact that Harley Hudson just won't stay down. Yeah, that Ivy's, and you think you're on my level, trying to taunt Harley Hudson.
Just using every ounce of her strength, her power, her size to press in this chin lock, drive the air out of Harley Hudson.
But you can understand the self-confidence on the part of Ivy. She's been so dominant in the women's division here in PEW over the past couple of years. She must think she's invincible, but she might not be. There's a jawbreaker from Hudson. Straight to the back of the neck, one to the front. The challenger starting to build up some momentum. Ivy reverses the Irish whip. Close over Hudson, champion goes down.
Hudson's starting to feel it.
Second time, same result. Hudson, this time with the boot. Fans getting fired up. They're starting to believe. Maybe this could be Harley Hudson's day at Legacy. Hudson sweeps the leg of Ivy.
Hudson has a fantastic relationship with this crowd. She uses that energy to drive her forward.
And those hips right into the face, just snapping that neck backwards of Ivy.
I want to see it once more.
She's 9 stone of Scouse girl power. But she is unrelenting energy. Is Harley Hudson.
This could be
go
it.
For the pin to win the championship. No, left shoulder came up for Ivy, and still we go on.
It's not going to be that easy to put away a champion as dominant as Ivy.
Oh, Hudson looking to end it there, but Ivy with that Boston Crab, beaten some of the best with that. Going to try and sit down with her body weight there, wants to put the pressure on the lower back of Hudson. That's exactly what she's done.
The pressure on the lower back, the stretch on the thigh. This is an incredibly painful submission maneuver.
Yeah, look at the torque there.
You can see it on the face of Hudson. She's looking at that bottom rope. She's hoping she can find a way to it.
Yeah, Hudson crawling ever closer to that rope. Can she get there in time? Yes, she can. But only just, and you've got to wonder, well, how much damage was done, because Hudson was in that half crab, or in that Boston Crab, excuse me, for a prolonged period there.
She saved herself, but it may only be a momentary reprieve.
That double arm DDT maybe. Hudson not going to allow it to happen. Ivy taken down. Hudson
Lovely.
will try again. New champion maybe. No. Hudson looking exasperated. She needs to regroup. Can't let that disappointment set her back too much.
And also, you've got to think about this. This is currently one fall apiece, but Hudson has not pinned the champion or made the champion submit. This was not a victory for her.
Well, referee, hang on, referee trying to rearrange the ring apron, and then Ivy rather thought she had time to grab the belt. Referee Danny Marks.
Oh, but the
shot with the megaphone. Referee's getting rid of the belt.
This is going to be it.
The pin.
The reign continues.
Ivy, no! Again, the plan fails. Ivy can't quite believe referee Danny Marks he's confirming it was only a 2 count. And there's nothing Ivy won't do. There's no low to which she won't stoop to retain the women's title.
Crowd chanting Hudson's name. They want to see some change here tonight, but it doesn't look like they're going to get their way. Ivy in full control.
Ivy now, again looking for the Boston Crab. Hudson survived it once. I don't know if she could survive it a second time. I think she thought maybe she couldn't. She was desperate to get out of it. She did, but she's still got to find a way to get back on top here. Plenty of power behind those strikes from both women.
These women have thrown everything at each other.
Discus lariat there. Harley Hudson, left, right. Good night. Is it good night to Ivy's championship reign?
The tape comes off.
Hudson. Can she drop her? Yes, she can. Right on the back of the head.
We might have a new champion.
Hudson with the cover. And Harley Hudson is the women's champion. That second title reign of Ivy, but it is done. Hudzilla defeats Ivy, and we start our legacy with a huge story here in Ettington. Harley Hudson, the women's champion.
Ivy threw everything she had at that match, was willing to bend every single rule she could, take all the opportunities she might. But ultimately, Hudzilla finding a way, finding the grit and the determination that has come to be one of her hallmarks, and is your brand new PEW Women's Champion. What kind of night have we got in store, Bradshaw?
Yeah, what a reception. The party getting started early doors here in Ettington, courtesy